Fernando, tough loss today. What were you seeing out of the Oregon defense?
Yeah, Mr. McGill, Mr. McGill, this is a tough defense. They're number 6 in the country for a reason, but at the end of the day, you can't make excuses. Our offense, at times, we sliced right through them. However, it stems from myself. In the beginning portion, our defense did a great job. They scored our only they scored a touchdown, and they also got the ball for us in the red zone. So that's on myself for having 2 turnovers, critical turnovers, and especially against the number 6 team in the nation. For us to win, although we have extremely talented players, they're extremely well coached over there. We talked about it previously that for us to win, we needed to be close to perfect on the decision making and the mental realm, and I certainly wasn't there today.
Was the ball hard to hold on to, especially when it was raining early, or is it just situations where it got loose?
Situations where it got loose, there was nothing. Every time that I had entire control of the ball, I believe that was an accurate ball. The first 2 turnovers, my 2 turnovers that were detrimental to our program's loss today. The first one, I could have stepped back and gave myself a little bit more room or stepped through the throw a little bit better. And that one, the ball just, I believe it got tipped, I'm not really sure to be honest. And the second one was a great sack and great play by the Oregon defender. I got to get it out, especially when we have, when they're standing 6 or 7 and we only have a 5-man protection. But our whole offensive line did a great job on that play, giving me enough time. But I just got to chalk that play up.
Might be a little bit too early to tell, but how does the team shake off this win and push through these final 3 games of the season?
Coach Wilcox just mentioned it to us. This loss, it's tough, it hurts. However, you can't control the past, only the future. And as I said before, the only thing that really matters is winning, and we're going to win those next 3 games. This team deserves to be bowl eligible, and it has the talent, and it has the heart, and it has the passion to be bowl eligible. So these next 3, we're going to show up every single day and put our best showing out on each Saturday.
Thomas, Fernando, you've come a long way in recent weeks. What did you learn about yourself in your first significant adversity?
I believe in every week that I play that I've faced significant adversity, and I believe that I've bounced back well from adversity. However, this week it was a tougher situation, and the coaches and my other players, offensive players, and our defense put us in great positions. However, as an offense and as a quarterback, I need to capitalize, and we need to capitalize. So that's something that I'm looking forward to working on. However, it was a great environment to play in. It was very hostile, and that's all experience for the future. So I believe that today, although our loss was detrimental, that we all need to keep our heads up and see the positivity in it. Although that we did get crushed, and I played terribly. At the end of the day, this is experience. This is experience growing on us, and it's going to help us through these last 3 games.
And as a leader, how do you compartmentalize with the rest of your team when your brothers goes down there, JV Thomas, and just trying to somehow mentally move forward?
Can you repeat that question?
As a leader, how do you compartmentalize what happened with JV Thomas and even attempt to move forward in something that seems so trivial last night?
I just want to say this, Javen Thomas, I regard him as one of my best friends on the team. He's the best human being you ever meet. So when he went down, my heart sunk, and I know all of our teammates' hearts sunk. And Javen, I told the team on the sideline that Javen would want us to keep on fighting through the end. And I know Javen is a fierce competitor, and he plays with a ton of passion, and is a really talented young player, and I believe will play football for a long, long time past his college days. So it was really tough seeing Javen going down. I know Coach Wilcox talked more about his injury, but at the end of the day, we just need to keep our heads up, be positive, and keep Javen in our prayers.
Okay, we'll go to Jeff Fernando on Zoom. Go ahead, Jeff.
Fernando, can you talk about the amount of pressure you faced from the Oregon pass rush today? It seemed like they were in your face an awful lot.
Fernando, that's a great question. I will say that I could have done a better job of getting the ball a little quicker. The defensive line is very talented, and I believe that's one of the best in the nation. However, our offensive line held up, and I believe, just off the top of my head, I'm not really sure the stats of the game goes so fast, but I mean, there were a couple of times that they got to me, but other than that, I believe the ball was out. And they do a very talented defensive line. They were able to swap balls down. And they're very talented, but I believe our offensive line did a good job holding up. And at the end of the day, I just got to make my reads quicker, I got to process information quicker, and I got to make more accurate throws under pressure.
Thank you.
Okay, anybody with the final question? Okay, thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks, man.